Bet on Bears fans, another edition of the Chicago Bears podcast coming your way. Wanted to get in and talk with you about the breaking news that the Chicago Bears have traded for an edge rusher. Darrell Taylor is now heading to the Chicago Bears for a sixth round pick. This is a great pickup by Ryan Poles because of a lot of the things that are attached to it. We know that the Bears wanted to go out there and get in on the Matthew Judon sweepstakes, but didn't work out that way. The money that Matthew Judon wanted wasn't going to match up with what the Chicago Bears wanted to go out there and pay him. So you end up going and adding a guy like Darrell Taylor. Now, is this a good get for the Bears? It's kind of an interesting one when you look at it because Taylor, a guy who in his 3 years in the NFL has absolutely been a big sack guy, is kind of coming in a Yannick Ngakoue similar type of situation where he's been more of a situational pass rusher, hasn't had a ton of snaps, although I guess that's kind of different from Yannick. But when I say situational pass rusher, more of just a passing down kind of guy, not a big rundown kind of guy. On PFF, they give him a 45.2 on his run defense, but the end of the day, he finds his way to the quarterback. 6.5 sacks in his first season in the NFL, 9.5 in his second season in the league, 5.5 in his third season in the league. And the thing is, you're not bringing him in to be the guy. You're bringing him to be the guy opposite Montez Sweat in moments, right? It's not all said and done either. This is a momentary thing where he can come in and maybe he ends up winning this job. But if one of the young guys plays better than he does, you're not sitting there worried about if I need to put them above Darrell Taylor. I think that this is a best of all worlds for Ryan Poles to go out and get this guy. You get a guy who's got the proven sack numbers, but then at the same time, right, you've got a guy who you can still have some competition at that opposite edge spot and feel good about where he's at. I think that that's the most important thing about that, especially when you know you have Austin Booker on this team who you feel has something more and maybe can do more and maybe can take that starting job. They feel very confident about Austin Booker up there right now. Of course, you've already got not Dominic Robinson, DeMarcus Walker over there. And I think that that is just adding another guy to the rotation that, in my opinion, does nothing but help you. Let me know you guys' feelings in the comments below. I'll be down there talking with you as well. Do you think that this is a good pickup by the Chicago Bears, trading a 2025 six-round pick for Darrell Taylor? The other thing about Taylor is, right, when you look at, the difference in age, a 32-year-old edge rusher in Matthew Judon would have been lovely to have here. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't rather have Matthew Judon on the team, but a 32-year-old edge rusher versus a 27-year-old edge rusher. Who is he the same level of player? Absolutely not. But what he is coming in much cheaper right now and has missed less time. Matthew Judon coming off of a serious injury, and you've got this guy who's basically missed 2 games in his career, and Matthew Judon wanting the bag. You've got this guy who just literally signed a 1-year deal with the Seahawks for $3.1 million. So the Bears would have to keep in mind the possibility of having to pay this young man in the future, in the long term. But at the end of the day, if you're talking about being able to go out there and get a piece that doesn't disrupt what you're already doing, that can be productive, this is a best of both worlds situation. I don't see how this is a loss in any way. I feel like this is a great get by the Bears. And if you want to re-sign them, work something out, re-sign them. If you don't want to re-sign them, guess what? You traded a 6th round pick for it. Not to say that that's not something that you can use to actually go out and find a player, right? We know that we can find players late in the draft. We feel like we've done it with Austin Booker, who we got with a 5th this season, right? But you don't feel as bad about moving on from a 6 if it doesn't work out for you. This is more of an insurance move than I think it is this guy comes in and is your instant day one starter move. I think that there could be some competition for that starting position. But when I look at Darrell Taylor right now, I just see him as a guy who you really like the sack numbers. You really like what he can bring. You really like the upside of this guy. And at worst, he continues to be what he has been for you on the Chicago Bears. Now, many people are probably going to be like, well, Pat, why the heck did the Seahawks get rid of this guy? Why are the Seahawks moving on from him? He was a 2nd round pick just 3 years ago, right? A 2021 2nd round pick who has shown flashes. I think that defense has just kind of gotten a little confused. You know what I mean? I think that it has gotten a little bit stale over the time there, and they were looking for a way to get him more involved, but that way just never seemed to come. Of course, him not being as good in the pass rush game, or I'm sorry, in the run defense game, he wasn't going to be on the field nearly as much. It probably felt like it was tough to re-sign a guy to big money long term if you're going to add a guy in like that, and keep building on that. I think that that plays into it as well, right? How do you re-sign a guy who you feel like you can't put out there on every single snap? Maybe that situation changes here. And what I mean by that is, right, you're putting him in a spot now where he is with Montez Sweat. He is with D Walk. He's got Javon Dexter next to him, right? He's got Andrew Billings next to him. Maybe with a more stable situation defensively, you're able to get more out of him. You get more consistency out of him and be able to put him in different situations that are going to benefit him. I think that this type of defense, this 4-3 defense, especially with the pieces that are already there, especially with the linebacking core already set, the DBs already set, you get to pin your ears back and just go after the dogs, right? And let the dogs loose, I should say. Those are things that I think will benefit him in the long run. And I think that that's why you could see this be a good situation for him to be in. But hey, like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be down there talking with you guys as well. As always, it's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Just wanted to update you guys with the trade. Of course, we will have more news if any other news does break.